Hello, hello, hello. And today we are continuing on the Midland Mainline and we're heading up to St Albans. We're going to try and get St Albans City done and the other one. I can't remember what it is. So here we are outside a very basic Cricklewood and Cricklewood sidings that we have done no detailing to yet. I'm thinking I'm going to get all the way to St Albans and then we can back detail backwards after that, and I can do it in stages then and we get it done. My main objective for the next couple of weeks, well, the last couple of weeks, last couple, was to try and get some more railway in, get some services going, get some more trains, especially on the sort of Midland Way. Especially on the Midland Mainline and the West Midlands Mainline, West Mainline, Great Western Mainline, isn't it? I can't remember. The other one that comes out of King's Cross, Great Western Mainline. I think that's it. Goes up to Hull, right? That's that one. Yes, maybe. Who knows? Could be wrong. Anyway, that was the plan, like to try and get some more railway services going on this. So what I have done is let's get back in the game and speak. I've sort of sat here. I've cleaned out some assets, but we need to clean out some more assets. I've filled in the rivers, as you can see, and I've marked out where I wanted St Albans. There's Bletchley. That is the Marston Vale line. Now this continues going up here like so, and about there it joins in with our Midland Main line here at Bedford, somewhere around there. I think it's going to be a bit off. There's Milton Keynes. Yeah, somewhere around there we're going to put it, I think. We'll see where we end up with. I'm going to sort of, because there's some certain features I want, and you know what I'm like. There's certain features I want, and I've decided I'm going to put Hendon in reasonably close to Cricklewood, simply because the way the station is and straight after it, it's got a lovely grade separated junction on it and some nice junction bits that will look quite good on a cab ride. And I didn't realise this till I looked at the map. And it's got some really nice bits and bobs that I want to add on there. So we're going to do that. So we're going to add that grade separated junction. We're going to add a little bit of curve here. We're going to start curving away that way. So this isn't going to be St Albans because I'm going to start curving away, add in Hendon, and then I might go a bit straighter, add Hendon on a curve away more, then go that way a little bit, carry on curving that way, add the grade separate junction straight out the end, and then curve that way. The line switch into 2, and then we'll end up plopping maybe St Albans about here, I think. But we're going to we'll play with it and see where we get, okay? So, first up, let's scroll back. Do I use this Hendon station's on a little bit of a curve? I reckon we do. I reckon. So there's that bridge. We come out of there. Yeah, this is reasonably close, so we can do this. We can do this like this. So I reckon, let's control G. This is pretty easy. If we go high speed here with catenary, we should be able to just... How high is this? This is going to be bridge worthy, isn't it? Come on! Come on, game! Don't do it to me. We've got this. You and me. Don't crash. Oh. Oof, there we go. Right, that is high. No, we're still crashing. No, we're not. We're okay. That is high. But if let's just check the terrain here because I flattened this bit of terrain. So let me just... Can you just deal with the fact that I might have a bridge on this? Can you just deal with it? There we go. If I make this a verge, let's see what happens here. Is this going to continuously get higher, or are we going lower here? What's going on? I'd like to keep this track reasonably... Wow. Okay, so we won't be doing that. We will be... Let's smooth this off and see if we can get this nice, because I obviously don't want a roller coaster. But what will be, I guess. Let's do this. And a little bit of this. Why is that drawn a picture on that? That's wild. I like the fact that that was my original thinking for St Albans. And it won't even be here. It's probably going to be about here. Right, so let's start. Right, so we're going to have to just... We're just going to have to roll with this, aren't we? Tracks, please. High speed. Right, let's go. So we're gonna have to... I don't want it... We go up a little bit, maybe. Out there. Yeah, so we come out of there. We do a nice turn. That should be enough. There. And then another one about here. And then can we level you off a little bit there, maybe? Can we do that? Nice and straight. Yes, that's lovely. That's what we'll do. We'll go with that. We've got a little bit of a slope. Is that all right? A little bit of a slope, but it's not too crazy that I can't deal with it. Do I want this station to be on a... Yeah, I do. So maybe we do use the ultimate station with this. Buildings, ultimate station. Right, we're going to go track count 4. Platform length 240. Yeah. Tracks, high speed, please. I don't know why you just don't do that by default. And where are you? High speed tracks. You'd think they'd be in... And I think this is 960. And what I'm going to do is we're going to pop you there, but we're going to have a little bit of catenary, yes. A little bit. Platform width can stay 10. A radius this way. Just a tad. That's nice. Now that won't connect because of the radius. So if we back one bit of track out, like so, because the platforms are pretty uniform. There's a little bit of staggeredness. Maybe this side we can extend that way. There's a little bit. Let's have a look. Let's have a play. Let's release that for a second. So we have a platform building coming off the bridge there. So that's, yeah, forget it. Giving it a lot. Actually, that is kind of raised, isn't it, the railway here? Is that raised or is the motorway higher? Is the motorway higher here, or is the M1 higher, or is the railway higher? I can't work it out, because then that looks... That going down a slope? That looks like it's going down a slope. Yeah, we'll work that out later. So what we need is, yeah, they're staggered back. So if we go high speed here, we go 2 extra platforms here, none there, you're fine there, you go 1 less there, like so. And then if I add an extra one here, and then we can add our passenger platforms there, there, and there. That's about it. That's about it on that one. Right, and because what we have then is, if we could just leave that, right? We don't need to add anything to that. We can just leave that like that, I think. I wonder, actually, if I go to tracks. Sorry, I want to try, because so this track, actually, I'm gonna free ball that. I'm gonna free ball it. I just want to get the basics in, because we can detail this up later, just because we've got a lot of track to lay today. And this is what this is all about. This one, I think, is about track laying. And then I want you to come... I want you two to be on the same. Like so. You should just follow that directly in. Voila. Okay, and then up until here... Maybe here you can come around, because then I'm gonna because this is the high speed line. We're gonna eyeball the rest of this around you, because you're just gonna bypass this. So even you're gonna then come. Oh, go away! I don't know. No game. Is there a way to turn that off? Does anybody know? Can I turn that off, even though I've already started the game? Yeah, this kind of goes a little bit there, like that. Carries on a little bit straighter. There we go. And then we can delete this track in between all this. And we can do a bit of smoothing. And then we can proceed to detail this later. So what we have is 2 up-down slows and an up-down fast wrapping round this. And then we have a grade separated, where basically I believe the 2 up-down slows merge after this. But what we're going to do is we're going to use the high speed as our base. So we start to verge away from this. We carry on going straight here. That should work. Can you stay on? Does it really have to go deeper than that? No, it doesn't. We carry on going straight. And then you start to bend around. And I think what happens is actually, right, if I stay on a level, that might work for me actually. Come down a little bit more, like so. Keep coming down, 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 but not down too much. Like that maybe. There. We need a track construction. We need our flying junction. Number of lower tracks 3. Number of upper tracks 1. Catenary, yes. Crossing angle needs to be the other way. Like so. And you need to carry on bending maybe a little bit shorter. Lower track radius needs to be straight. Upper track radius, we need a little bit of angle on you. Maybe that way. Yeah. Wow. Maybe that needs to just stay straight. It might be better off if it was just straight. Yeah, it will be. Right click. And I think I've put that on the wrong one. Yes, I have. Delete. I'm right clicking because the game won't let me place it because of the terrain level, basically, but I'm not overly bothered by it. So this comes around here. These two, these far two here. We can put our switches in after. These far two here. Some interesting slopage going on there as well. Here. And then I think it's the far left one breaks off. Yes. Come out. You go into... Come on. I want you to be about there where you sort of say hello. Go in. And I want you to follow out a little bit. So I want to try and get this transition nice and smooth. Tell you what, you can stay there for a second. Then we're going to bend you around. I need a bit of Google Maps now. And there's buildings in between this, so we can sort of widen this angle a little bit here. That can stay around about like that. And then we want that on a verge. Maybe about there, because there's buildings all in between this, which is quite nice because it breaks it up a little bit. And you can come around here all together for a second. Let's see where this height takes us. We end up... Nope, we don't. Right, you can come out together nice and straight for a second. Like so. Come on! Where are you? There you are. And then you start to make your way over to that one. Now, this is going to be ugly. How fast is that? That got some speed in it? Yeah, it has. Do you immediately... You do. Okay, forget it. You can extend yourself a little bit more to there as we hit our sand marker. And then we can add a switch on the same level, please. Well, if you have to go down, go down. Because I don't want no weird glitchiness. That's better. Nice. And then you can go straight. And then you come around, don't you? Yeah. You come before? Yeah. You sort of come in at here. Lovely jubbly. Wrap round. I wonder if this... I wonder what this looks like. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we end up with. It's a little bit too close to that for my liking. A little bit too close because it's creating a horrible ledge. Okay. So, poke out a little bit more. Let's see what we get now. That's better. And up. Lovely. Beautiful. I'm actually quite happy with that. Apart from the sort of little bits of undulation, like there, where that goes too straight, I might rebuild. What I'll do is delete this. See where you end up with, like, it comes down, and what happens is when the train hits this, it will just look ugly. So it will just knock off. So what I can do is I can delete this back and then go again from this side and create a sort of smoother transition. Same with some of the hills and some of the connections at the station. You can create sort of slightly smoother sort of transitions out and in. That looks okay. Switches, not too bad. The slope isn't too bad. Switches look okay for now. And then they sort of come together as two, swinging back. Yeah. Then we end up with sort of you coming around like that. Are they going over a road there anyway? They are. So maybe we will get away with a bit of... That's too high. Maybe about there. And we can have a little bit of a... Should we have a little bit of a bridge? Not that big though. What I can do is if we create just a... Let's just create a girder. Maybe one of those. And then there's roads underneath this, but so what I'm gonna do this first, and then we're gonna come wrap you round as well. You're gonna be able to create a bridge for me. You're gonna create a bridge. Do I have to lift you? Maybe a little bit there. Can we please create a bridge? Come on. Lift, 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 lift. I'm just lifting up the middle of this. There we go. That's lovely. Girder again. And I've got to zoom out and see where we are because we could be completely off track now. For all I know, I think we look okay, to be honest. Yeah, we do. We look fine. There we go. I'm assuming what happens is then is the high speed shares with maybe a slightly slower speed rail here when it sort of blends in on that. That's come out all right though, hasn't it? That looks not too bad at all. I'm surprised how quickly I've actually got this bit done, to be fair. It's looking nice. And then we come together, and then there was a little bit of a tunnel I wanted to put in. I think there was a tunnel. I just wanted to put a tunnel in. But I'm not going to add the station. I did want to add, yeah, there's a tunnel just before Boreham Wood. Is it Elstree and Boreham Wood? There's a nice tunnel that I wanted to put in, but I'm not going to put the station in, but I wanted to put the tunnel in. Can I do that, do you think? If I start bending this way maybe a little bit. Can we yeah, then maybe like that, and then like that, and then like that, and then maybe I've put these railways too close together. So what we're going to do is we're going to back you two up because I'm assuming you're the slow. And we're going to spread you. Normally what I do, if I do a little bit of that there, I get the distance nice then. And then just whiz those in like that. And then we can put our... I just wanted a little tunnel here. Just a little bit of a representation. There we go. Right, we're getting a little bit close, but it's all right because that railway, the Marston Vale line does head north. We've also got lots of assets here that I want to clean out. Let's do a little bit of cleaning. And then I wanted to get rid of you. I need to go into the options. Again, anybody knows if I can stop them spawning, you will absolutely be an absolute lifesaver. And I just want to... That's it, I think. And then just wee like that. Just a little bit of a tunnel. In we go. You're going to be a right pain in the bum, aren't you? If we do that. There we go. Lovely. Just wanted to have a little tunnel there. Just a little bit of representation. And they are sort of two separate tunnels. So that's what we get when we just break the track up a little bit like that. And then we want St Albans City. If we just start curving that way a little bit, and then we'll put our St Albans City here. I think we're not going to get... There's a lot of curvature leading into this. But we're not going to get that. So we're going to miss out the sort of S-bend into St Albans City. We're just going to do the curve and then the station. like so. I think we do a GWR because I want to add some more buildings to this. I think we GWR this, or do we? Or do I? I know what I'm going to do. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Maybe not GWR. Maybe UK NSE. That might be a better option. Right, which railway are we in? There. Okay. And we'll do it 240. And we can. Right, they both. So this one starts a bit shorter. So if we do that there, and then what I'll do is just delete you back a second. We need track high speed with catenary, please. Remind me, I need to add the catenary to the station back there that we did. Platforms. Like that. I know they're sort of nicer shaped, but that's what we're getting. Platform there. I need to. No, that's fine. Tracks. And you need to come out there. I'm going to assume that you're shorter this end, maybe like this. Have a look. Wow, but the inside one, for whatever reason, this one is mega. Maybe this is a longer platform. There. We'll do that. I keep nearly typing VIG for Vignal because I use on my other build. That's all I use is just the Vignal tracks. And I never used them. I guess I could change them if I wanted on this one, but I've never got around to it, so I just never bothered. That's not right. Yeah, that's fine. Platforms. Okay, so NSE. What have I done there? I've added 3. Oh no. I've added track here instead of platform. What absolute madness. That's because I started talking. It's because I started nattering. There we go. That is all that is. That's because I started nattering away. Right. And then bring that round to there. Quite nice. Yeah, we can deal with that. A little bit of inventiveness there. Just a little bit, widen it out a little bit. That's all right. Delete that. Right, so that's... What's that? What are we here? St Albans City? Yeah. Right, and then we also have to put in a little single track railway that goes from Watford. That means we can probably get some more in. So if we level this little bit off here, like that. So I also wanted to add this other one in. And what I want to do is just start planning for that. And then off camera, maybe I'll decide what stations, or maybe should we just do it? Let's just do it. Let's just do it. Assets. I just want to do a bit of deleting there. Lovely. Right. And let's zoom out, open rail. So where are you? Yours kind of on that curve. So if we do, you kind of, yeah, you do, don't you? You kind of, St Albans City. How big are you? Where's the other train station? There you are. Zoom in. My headset battery's about to die. So I'm actually, while we're looking at this station, I'm going to change my headset battery. I had a look. I've changed my headset battery. And what we've got is St Albans Abbey. Now, I reckon we plonk this about here. And I'm going to use the GWR on this one because it's an older. I'm going to make it 120. Do we make it 160? We'll do it 160 just in case. So we've got capacity. And then we're going to pop that around about. No catenary. What sort of track did I do on that? Did I just do high speed, no catenary coming out of Bedford? Watford Junction? Yeah, that's fine then. We're going to put this here because it kind of bends away. We're going to put it about there, I think. Because it's kind of level, but kind of bending away. Yeah, yay, nay, yay, nay. It's a little bit lower, maybe. Maybe we're going to go a little bit lower with it. Maybe about here. About here. I do. Out there. And this is St Albans Abbey. And it doesn't really have any buildings, but we're going to leave that there for now. And then I'm going to have a look at open rail. We're going to see what we can add. So where's that? We're going that way. So we're going to bend it. I can't actually see. You single track all the way. Coming out of St Albans, you are single track. We're going to go high speed, no catenary, and we're just going to bend you like so. Round we go. Like that. That's lovely. And let's have a look and see what kind of stations we can fit in. What's that one there? Howard and Brickett Wood. I reckon we do Howard and North Watford. That's what I'm going for. So we're going to go about here. Right, you need to rise up a little bit, I'm assuming. But we're going to go down a touch here. Like so. And then we will have there's loads of little stations on the end of this. We're going to have Howard about here. Is that an old station? An oldie? An old boy? It's covered in woods. Howard, I guess. And it's one station. Again, we're going to stick to our GWR. We're going to keep it the same length. It's facing, the station's facing that way. We're just going to plop you in there. You are Howard, Hertfordshire. And then we're going to carry on our journey with our track. Because why I can detail this all up later. Like that. And then in like that. And then here. Well, we'll have a little crossing. This one I'll have a little crossing anyway, won't it? Here. And then where's our track coming? There. That's nice. We can swing you round about here. Oh, this is all right. If we bring you out here. And then we put our Watford North station. It's facing this way. Please, Watford siding so close. So close. North. And then we're going to have a little bit of straight track coming out because there is I just want to put some features in to remind me. Where's that railway? Yeah, that's nice. Here. And then I want a little bit of... These are just little features to remind me. So when we go through the detailing phase, I need to... This, too big. Down. Smooth that. I'll level that off. The track. And just add that to that. And it just gives me a little bit of guidance. There we go. Lovely. When it comes to detailing later, and just to remind me what I've put in and what not. So adding that little gate and road there, just for me own personal memory. And then we should be able to just bank that in there. That seems all right. That's nice. Lovely. Bosh. And that comes into that station nicely there. Yes, it does. These trains do not continue on this. I need to check Watford Junction quickly. You're on that one. I've done 2 platforms because I'm greedy. And what I've done is, I've done 2 platforms because I have one train that terminates here that would normally terminate here. I didn't want it getting in the way because of traffic, so I've done 2. So, weird cut there. Sorry. That's the best I could do during the edit. So it might be good, it might not be. So while I was looking through that map, my game actually crashed. And I hadn't turned autosave back on in intervals from the last time I'd played this because I think I'd done some cab rides, so I didn't want the autosave coming in, so I removed it and didn't. So I had to rebuild it all. So some of it may look a little bit different than before. So I had to come through here, rebuild this. I actually prefer this version, I think. I think there's one more switch that I need to put in somewhere there, but I can't quite remember where it is. I think there's a switch here. I think on this, I think there's a switch that comes off here somewhere. Can't remember. Might be that switch there. There might be another switch here somewhere, I think. Anyway, I'll have a look at a later date. But we do have St Albans City, St Albans Abbey, Howard, Watford North or North Watford into Watford Junction. There doesn't appear to be any pass rail, so I'm assuming it's one train up and down on here. I will put some assets in with some, probably just turn these into little villages, just with some houses around them, detail that up. I think that's what we'll do in one episode and finish this off. Obviously, that train terminates there. This one then goes on We have our Marston Vale line here, so they're meeting up quite nicely. This will curve off, maybe try and fit another little station in here if there is one, curve off into Bedford. Then we have, that's where I've done a toolbox episode for you guys for something at some point, and I have not deleted it yet. That's amazing. Yeah, so we will curve that in and then get this Marston Vale line meeting in, and we'll put Bedford around about here somewhere. Yeah, I literally had to come back in, redo all that, delete all the river, because I forgot I'd done that just before we started the recording, and come in and redo all this. But there we go. What I'll do is I'll set some trains off just so we got a little bit more going on. We'll extend basically the route of our Thames link all the way to St Albans City now. I guess we'll do that. But that's about it for today. I hope you enjoyed that build. This was quite good. This has come out a little bit better. As you can see, I've sorted that transition out with my rebuild, with the non-recording rebuild. So the transition is nice and smooth now. I've got the height a little bit better, so our high speed is a little bit more fluid, which is nice. And then it'll cruise right the way down, and then these will meet up with this. I'm not sure about the slope on this. It looks all right, but that's because that's quite high. Once we put some trees in and whatnot, there's some buildings between some of this somewhere. We'll see what we can do with that. We'll mess about with it. I'll do it in the detailing. We've got a nice little bit of the tunnel that I did want to implement, so that's in there. And then we open out. Obviously, in real life, the distances are far greater, but we've done our representation in the best we can, which looks okay. And it's really nice to get another line going all the way up to there. I'm going to stop talking and stop spinning around just in case I get another crash, but autosave is on. I would like to finish by saying, obviously, thank you very much for watching. And if you haven't already, the music used in the background of this video is from a record label I own myself. It's something I started up a couple of years ago. You can go to streamermusic-.com. All the links to Spotify, Apple, Amazon, etc. are on there. But you can also download the WAV files and the MP3s to all the albums. They're completely free of charge. If you are a content creator, because I know some of you are that watch this, and you need some more music completely free with risk-free, you're more than welcome to use it in your videos. It is not registered on the YouTube content ID. You will not get flagged up for copyright with it. If there are any problems, have you any questions, you know who I am. Reach out, send me a message, and I can give you the full rundown. But that music is there completely free for you to use. Obviously, any plays on Spotify, Amazon, Apple, etc. will benefit me financially, obviously, and I really appreciate those plays, so thank you very much. Any follows on those platforms as well, subscriptions on those platforms, I will be greatly appreciative of. But as for using it on your videos, it's completely free for you to use with no copyright risk at all. I thought I would add that in. Obviously, if you've enjoyed the episode today, if you've enjoyed watching me completely hash this up or make good of it, I'm not sure what you guys are thinking, don't forget to drop a like, and I'll see you guys in the next one.